So this is the picture of Karen Eriksson, who are going to view our advert. So this is the client we're focusing on. They are Subway. You may have heard of them. They are a franchise who makes salads, sandwiches mainly, cookies, wraps, and that's their menu up there. So the storyline is that two men are set in a fancy restaurant and they're a table away from each other. And what happens is that a waiter comes, brings their food, and one man has this really beautiful looking meal, the other one has a Subway sandwich. So, yeah. And the first man goes up to him and says, "Can I have your sandwich?" And he says, "No." And the other end saying, "Nobody is too good for Subway." So, you can just skip this, actually. So I researched Subway, and there are approximately 38 million different sandwich combinations that you can make, meaning that there are more than enough for everyone. And that's not enough to feed 8 million people per day, and it currently has 44,419 restaurants in 111 countries as of November 11th, 2015. So the theory of this advert is that we are stressing that just because you come from a fancy background and you brought up wealthy, it means that you could still, you're not so good for Subway. So it's for approximately all ages, and it is for everyone in the world, really. So for children, we decided to air it on shows like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, so that they can also they can advocate for it. Oh yeah, that's fine. And these are the most popular TV broadcasters in these countries, and we plan to air it on there as well. So we have a resource list, and we're not going to bring anything that's unsafe or that we can't buy or make. Anyway, yeah.
The risk assessment. This is to ensure that we are ready for any possible outcome that may occur, and we know how to address hazardous situations appropriately. On the next slide, we address main problems that are most likely to occur when filming an advert. This is the risk assessment. As you can see, the hazards of the filming the advert is most likely shocking with the Subway sandwich, and basically that's the risk level, the severity and the likelihood of occurring the hazard. There's another problem, another hazard, such as fire alarm, electric shock, stab yourself with a knife, who knows, and get hurt with equipment, lights and cameras that might occur frequently.
We plan to use a professional equipment provided to us by JCOS as well. Oh, sorry. And we plan to shoot over a total of 2 days, then edit Final Cut Pro for a further 48 hours. So these are the props that we have, as you can see.
Basically, we need for this advert small things for just a scene in a restaurant. So basically, you need spoons, forks, knives, big place, small place, because this is a luxury restaurant, and clothes, dish plate, and also chairs, tables, this things.
Okay, so here's the budget, and I did some internet research, and the final budget for props is £253.16. And I mean, this should have been before, but the production schedule is of a total of 4 days, so that's how much we plan to pay final afterwards. As in, we plan to buy this and then use it for a total of 4 days. Yeah. So we need 3 costumes, and these don't have names. These people don't have names yet. We don't know who's going to be in our advert, but we're in the midst of that. And we need for Diner 1, Diner 2, and for the waiter in the advert. So here's the budget. instead of spending like £500 buying 3 different expensive suits, we're making each suit from different parts that we found. So the final budget for that is £175.89, saving us a lot of money. And for personnel, we need...
We basically need one director, producers, writer, actors, of course, lighting cameraman, a gaffer, a sound mixer, costume designer, one makeup artist, and one art director.
And the total budget for that, because we need to hire them for each different day, is £27,000 and 463 pence. And if you look at the comments section, it says why we need each person for what they do. For example, we need 3 actors to play the 3 roles, and we need like one art director who's in charge of background and flooring. So the final budget is £27.892, including props, personal, costumes and other expenses. Subway will provide us with 3/4 of the money, whereas the other quarter will be provided by a studio making the advert. So the music for the background is it's like a classical piece to signify like in the background. Sorry. It'll be in the background, and because it's published before 1922, it's therefore in the public domain and there's no copyright to it.
Production schedule. The filming and editing of the commercial is set to take place over the course of 4 days. The actual dates of this 15th and 18th of January 2016. The following schedule is a rough look at what will happen during this period of time. Each day runs from 9 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. with the exception of Monday and Tuesday, which finish at 3:30.
That's it, yeah. So that's
the filming editing schedule. As you can see, there's the dates here, the time they're going to use to film, and what we're going to do at this part of the day at this hour.
Okay, so the location is the common room at Jacobs, and we are lucky for that. Because we chose this room because it has a wide floor space and it's free to use as well. The location of the restaurant, no mind about that, yeah? So here's the record report that we printed out better, and it says the nearest train station and the railway station as well as bus routes that are nearby, and there's a panorama of the whole thing. And that's one corner of the room. We'll do the next one. And that's it, part 2. And there's the other corner, well, that's the middle of the room without the table was moved. And there's also got transport access, lighting issues, sound issues, director issues. It's too small to read at the moment, but there's a print out. Yeah. So, that's you.
That's the script for the advert. It's basically the following slides is the script for the commercial. The charters including the scripts of dinner 1, dinner 2, and the waiter. It's basically that simple. The script. The setting, the 2 wealthy men are sitting at a table away from each other at a clearly expensive and fancy restaurant. It's a form common room. With 2 plates with glotches on top. Glotches is the metal dome on it. For each table. And then the waiter gets. Here your plates, gentlemen, enjoy. The waiter removes both glotches. Both plates are revealed, waiter exits. Dinner 1 receives a beautiful looking gourmet meal. Dinner 2 receives a Subway sandwich. Dinner 1 shows a look of interest to dinners 2 and dinner 2 notice. Dinner 1 quietly says, can I have some of that? And the dinner 2, like smiling with a sarcasm face, say, no. The advert ends by saying nobody's too good for Subway, and that's the end of the script.
Okay, so here's the layout of the set, and so we can see our shapes. So that is what the table setup will look like. Both tables are look exactly identical because they're both exactly identical gentlemen, and one's obviously got better taste than the other. And the colour of the sixth form common room is blue. That's why the background. So The red lines are invisible because that's where the camera will be aimed, and it won't be like that. And the orange lines, that if you can see, that they're offset, so no actors goes off there. And those are the 3 actors set in place. So here's character profiling. We created this so that instead of playing Dino 1, Dino 2, they actually get a more real thing of the character. They go. So do I have to read this? No, you can just skip it.
This one?
Yeah, skip all 3. Oh. And there's also a storyboard that wasn't included.
There's also a
A contingency plan, yeah. So we've got backups for everything, and there's slides on that. So, yeah. So we've got the cast, there's backups for them. They have memorizable stage directions and know procedures, and also fit in the same suits as the other ones would. To avoid the crew getting lost, we'll go all together on public transport, or we'll get a lift to the location so that no one gets lost and no cameras get. Location, we also have backup, which is the Jacob's boardroom, and the reason that is also it's free to use. It's in the same school. It's also near to the cafe, and it's got plug sockets located. Whereas we prefer this room because it's bigger and it's it's not Jacob's boardroom. That's the picture of the boardroom. So we will always carry empty cartridges with film in them. We'll have batteries and any bulbs in case lighting devices decide to light to blow or anything. And we'll pay extra attention to detail in the hope that continuity won't happen. That's it.
Thank you very much.